Hey guys, welcome back into another video, and in this video we're going to be going over tutorial of Pygame. Now, starting with Pygame is a game library that you can use with Python to develop games, but it's usually used for simpler games as there's not much complexity to it and it's easy to start as well as for beginners. If you want to get into more complex game dev, I'll be having tutorials for Unity as well as some other game dev engines later on in this channel. So before we get started into it, make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment on how you thought the video was, and let's jump right into it. So first of all, I'm going to assume that you know basic Python as well as you have Python downloaded and ID to work with. For here, you can see I'm using IntelliJ, and let's start up. So first, what you're going to do is import Pygame. Now, if you don't have Pygame downloaded, you can just quickly go to your terminal and just do pip install Pygame. That installs it. And now, to start off, we're also going to import from sys import exit. I'll explain what that is for later, but now let's start on with this. Alright, so first what we have to do is we have to do pygame dot init. This just starts the library and allows us to use it throughout our code. Next, we're going to have to start up the screen that the game is going to run on. So for that, we just set up a screen variable, screen equals pygame dot display dot set mode. Now, in here, we're going to put the size that we want our screen. So for example, we're just going to keep this 800 by 400. See, if we run this now, you can see that size must be two numbers. Okay. That happens. Yeah, you can see that we really saw the screen, but for 1 second. Now this is because it goes through here and runs the screen, and then it's over because it only runs for around 1 frame. So now what we're going to do is we're going to introduce a loop. We can just say while true. What this does is it starts a loop that keeps going until you break it. Now we have to type for event in pygame dot get event in pygame dot event dot get. So now what we can do here is we can event is basically anything that happens in the game. So or anything that the user does. So an input, for example, when they press a key or something, that would be an event. Also, when they want to close the game and they click the X, that would be an event. So what we want to do is we want to do that when they click the X or when they quit the game, we want the game to end. So for that, we're just gonna type if event dot type is equal to pygame dot quit. Then we're just gonna pygame here, pygame dot quit, as well as exit, which we imported earlier. This just helps exit it smoothly. And we need to have an equal sign. Space this out. And one more thing I'm going to add in here is that I'm going to add display update function. So it also works with Pygame. So now what that does is now that our screen is inside and it's up and running, it's just going to keep updating the screen every frame or whatever we tell it to. That way, so if we have like more characters or more types of items on the screen, it's just going to help run it smoothly. Pygame